I just gave the goats some watermelon here. That was, but these two found out I have almonds in my pocket, so they're over here. They're over here. But the first time I ever gave this one, Bristol, a watermelon, oh my gosh, I can remember that so well. She was probably that big, as big as Becca over there. And she just buried her face in it. She came up looking at me all juicy. It was the sweetest thing. Here, Bliss. My Bliss. Here. Hurry. Oh, I do feed them nuts because I know they're a little pricey, but they're very good for them. They have a lot of minerals and things in them. And I mean, you have to be careful because some of them have a lot of selenium in them, but you know, it's either the medication or the natural. I don't think Bucky will eat one. Want to taste it? No. What do you think? That one's okay? All right. All right, mister. He is going to have to get moved. He is 4 months old, almost. One of the girls, or two of them, I don't know, mamas, were in heat, and he acted like a buck, but he wasn't really able to breed them. But it is almost time to get him away from his sister, is my only really big concern. And so I was going to tell you about myself. I'm not doing all that well. I'm not down completely. I'm still able to do a few things and then usually rest and then do a few more things and then maybe rest some more, and until I can't do anything else. Bliss, you want the rest? Is that it? Okay, my girl. All right, so this morning I came out because it's we got some bark and some things. Of course, like, don't worry, I'm not trying to do that. But my husband was going to put it down, but I wanted to do that vegetation killer on the spots before he did. So I did that. Well, just spraying that wears me out. So there's my babies. That's all I have, guys. That's it. That's it. We did some tree trimming, so we have some. My husband's going to bring some more stumps over for them to have as toys. But anyway, so I was doing the weed killer, and I might have been an hour outside spraying weeds, and I started feeling really, really fatigued and getting out of breath. And I knew I was done, but then I saw some of my little plants that haven't flowered yet but are close to flowering, needing water. So I picked up a bucket of water, rainwater, and I was too weak to carry it, and I just went down. Here's my owie. I landed on the bricks. That one's not as bad, but it was really very ugly. So then I thought, well, I'll come out and get some video of my cutie patooties. And we also, my girls, especially the ones that I've kidded, recently, they definitely are copper deficient. And I never was good at the bolusing thing, and I just never have done it. I've always stuck their copper in a cookie or something, but they've gotten to be so finicky and so onto me that was another reason why I really started adding nuts, because it just is easier, and I do look for minerals that have a good amount of copper and stuff in them. But yesterday I found out that crackers with peanut butter on them will hold the copper rods, and then they'll eat them. So what I decided to do is give them every week a dose of copper that way until I get them. You can tell their tails are split. Looks, that's called fish tail. That's due to copper deficiency. Look at my Bucky. He's getting to be more. He still decides when he's going to let me touch him. See, he's checking me out, but Miss Becca, she's not as she has been. She's getting there. It's harder when they're dam raised, but I keep working on it until I succeed, because you can see my girls, all of my goats are my babies. And there's my Bliss. She was dam raised, but she never forgot whose face she saw first in life. There's my boy, Mr. Bucky. So over the last weekend, my son and my husband got a lift, and they did a bunch of the trees and just got some of the dead branches and stuff out of the elm trees, which is so nice. Got the canopies raised real high up there, and so we have, you know, I can't really help him too much, but I do a little bit of a thing, and then I'll be done, and then I'll do more. Like when I get rested up visiting with my goats right now, I'll go in and see, here's Becca. That's Becca. She's checking me out. Hello, love. She's taking her lead from me, the other girls, the other goats, knowing that I'm safe. You're so gorgeous, love. You're a beautiful girl. Look at those beautiful eyes, like her mama. Hi, baby. So the really, really best nuts are cashews. And they're the highest in copper. I believe it's the Brazil nuts that are full of selenium. A good amount of selenium. And then, of course, any kind of legumes, if they'll eat them. They will eat green peas, I know that, but I haven't tried anything else. They love the plant right out of the garden. BJ has his face covered in watermelon. Hi, Betty. Your beard's all sticky, too. Yeah. Oh, my beautifuls. My beautiful babies. Hi, Miss Becca. Hi, Miss Becca. The goats had the best time with you can see there's no leaves left on those trees that they cut down right there. There's no green. They have been over there, just enjoying that so much. But we have some big storms coming, or decent storms coming this weekend. So we're real excited about that, because, you know, everything needs to get watered, but the pasture grass will get a good soaking, is what my joy is. And my little garden over there. An orchard area. Hi, my gorgeous Bristol mama. This is Bliss's mama. So she's the grandmother to Bucky and Becca. You're so pretty, my girl. This ugly skurs. Mama, check it. Ooh, I'm gonna have to get that. We're gonna have to grab that and get that skir off of there. It's laying on her like eyebrow area now. There's Alex. He wants to come see what's going on this side of the... You silly dog. You silly dog. We should have put a doggy door now, because the ghosts would use it. Oh my goodness. I just petted Betty. Look, she's covered in watermelon juice. You silly. You're going to have every fly in the neighborhood all over you. You stinker. Oh my goodness. Hello, gorgeous. You need to get that skir off, my girl. BJ, did you get watermelon, baby? And you know, another source, a really good source of selenium is the goat drench. It has a good amount in it. What are y'all doing? Where's everybody? What are you guys doing back there? So I wore the heart monitor for 7 days, and hopefully they can determine what settings on my pacemaker or different medication. I have no idea what they can do. I was doing better, and then I started not doing better. So, and I'm not completely down. I mean, before I had my pacemaker put in, I was barely up out of bed. But I noticed this morning, and it's not the first time I've noticed, that even getting dressed in the morning is exhausting. So I'm definitely not going forward still. I had to quit walking again. I just can't do it. If I walk a mile, I'm down the rest of the day. So I decided to use whatever energy I have to do happy things, like be with my goat babies. See Bobby over there on the other side of the fence. He's like, I wanted nuts. I want to be with those girls. How doing, Miss Becca girl? Are you tired, Bucky? Silly goats. Well, I hope everybody has an amazing Easter. And if anything interesting happens, I'll definitely let you know. I'm planning on shooting for breeding the goats in July, so we don't have frost babies. So we got a lot of work to do, like pumping up their nutrition here. My babies. My babies. But we'll get it done. It takes a toll to have babies. It really just does, you know. You sweet things. All right, everybody have a wonderful Easter, and I'll see you back here in about a week, maybe.